Okay, so Nikon number 1. So what relation can you say about a prism and a pyramid? Is it a third? Good, a third of the volume. So if you know that this prism has 26.75, you just have to divide it by 3 and you get the volume of the pyramid. This doesn't only apply to cone and cylinder, it's any shape that has the same base. Okay. What about surface area? Is there a connection between surface area of these shapes? Ariana, what do you think?
Yeah.
Surface area, is there a connection between surface areas? They both have the same base, yeah, but what about overall surface? Overall surface. Nope, there's no connection for surface area. It's only volume, only volume, only volume, only volume. Okay, number 2. Number 2, given this equation, what's your m, what's your b? So m is 2, b is -1. So m is 2 tells you that your slope is positive. So right off the bat, I know that it cannot be these two because these two have a negative slope. So instead of a 25% chance of guessing, it's now a 50-50. Which one will it be? Hugo. Number 2, the top one or the bottom one?
Bottom.
Think again. Then think again. Top, right. Okay, because y is less than, which means you're shading below your graph. So it's this one. Both of these have a positive slope. Both have a -1 as your y-intercept. But because this is less than, it's downwards. Okay, if it was less than or equal to, how would your graph change? Yep.
You have a solid line.
Solid line. All right.
You get that part? You can see it with a dash.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really tell on that diagram. Sorry. All right, number 3, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking on people who are not paying full attention. Okay, correlation coefficient. Numbers are between -1 and +1. So, Jeffrey, +1 is strong. I'm sorry, I'm in Zachary. My bad. Oh, Jeffrey's not here? I forgot to mark him absent. Thank you. Sorry, Zachary. So +1 means it's strong. What about -1? Negative strong. Excellent. Right. So it's also strong, not weak. When is it weak? Right, at 0. 0 is when it's weak. Okay, so if you take a look at these, A is from strongest to weakest regardless of the sign. Okay. Number 4, long. Which of the graph represent this inequality? Number 4. Okay, so take a look at here. So first off, would you say it's a dashed line or a solid line? Dash, right? So it has to be either B or C. Are you shading above or below? Above. So your answer would be C. Yes. Thank you, Zachary. Okay. Let's see. Nikon again. Since I see you on your phone again. Number 5. Number 5. What did you get? Okay, you have to convert from liter to milliliter. 1500, right. Remember this acronym? King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Do you need to memorize this? Yes. Okay, so these type of metric conversions you do have to memorize for the test, for the EQAO. All right. Imperial is the one that will be given. Okay. This one, number 6 is tricky. Who wants to try this one? It's a tricky one. Okay, so okay, fine. I'll do it then, since I gave the answer away already. This is the original line. Okay, if so Zachary. I just have to call on 2 people, the whole class. So the blue line right here, if I reflect it over the y-axis, what changes? The slope. So from negative slope to positive slope. Okay. And then here's the tricky part. You shift it right 3 units. So now I get this pencil line right here. Your y-intercept is not at 2. It doesn't, when you move it over to the right 3, it's not the same as moving it down 3, because your slope is not 1. It's not going by 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So if you actually graph it on grid, you'll see that it actually goes through your y-intercept at -1. All right, so, my line is actually, wait, it should be +1. It should actually be, it should actually say +1. Okay, when I move my line over. Okay, and this is the type of question that I said I saw pop up. So you know how the EQAO is adaptive. So if you've been getting all the questions correct, they try to like throw a harder question in to see if you'll get it correct. So this is the type of question that I've seen for people who were like the difference between 99% and 100%. Right? So why this is hard is because shifting left, right, we don't do that until grade 10 and 11. But how do we do it in grade 9 is by actual graphing, like graphing it precisely and then reading off a graph. All right, number 7 is also tricky. Oh, yeah.
So if we've been getting all the questions right on the EQAO, then we make it with that.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And that's the difference between like a 99% and 100%.
Oh,
yeah. Zachary? Sorry? Can Long do the next one? Okay, sure. Okay, you got fallen told, Long. Okay, number 7, how do you do it? Okay, Nathan knows the answer. Okay, so first off, notice I drew a 90-degree angle. What comes to mind whenever you see a 90-degree angle? What comes to mind, Long? Right angle triangle. Pythagorean theorem. That's right. All right, so be careful right here because AB is 8, so half of it, this is 4. So when you do the Pythagorean theorem, you can figure out that OC is 3. Okay, but notice your answer is not 3 because OA is your radius, OD is your radius. You're looking for CD, length CD. We actually did quite a few of these type of questions on the geometry unit. Right? So Long, if your radius is 5 and OC is 3, how long is CD? 2 centimeters. That's right. All right. Kevin, what do you call line AB? Chord. Good. Spencer, what do you call the what do you call the perimeter of a circle? Circumference, right? Yara. Hi. All right. What do you call this line? OA. Okay. The whole thing is called diameter, so half of it is called the radius. Do you need to know those terms?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here's a tricky one. Nathan. All right. What do you call the line OD? Other than radius. Okay, OC. OC then. What do you call the line OC? This is a tricky one. Harshan, do you know? Anyone know?
Where even taught that?
I think I've mentioned it. All right. OC is called the perpendicular bisector. Yeah. You do a lot of that in grade 10. All right. Do you need to know the word perpendicular bisector? No. But good to know for grade 10.
I'll worry about that next year.
Worry about that next year then. Okay. Ariana.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. Number 8. What's the relationship between angle E and angle G?
Where's G? That one?
Yeah.
Inside
You have a quadrilateral inside a circle. What's the relationship between those two angles?
Oh, that.
They're not equal, but they.
What is it?
Nope. Not 360. Well, as to 180.
That was my next guess. So why is that? I didn't even do that question because I couldn't read it.
Okay, and also because you weren't here, that's why I asked you. You have to make sure you can remember. You know.
Straight line.
You have to make sure you know it for the final exam. We don't call it supplementary, but it's the property of a quadrilateral inside a circle. So the opposite angles add up to 180. These two angles would also add up to 180. Right? It doesn't apply to any quadrilateral. It's only if the quadrilateral is inside the circle. All right. Nathan, the 4 angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. So all 4 of these add up to 360. I'm gonna keep asking you, Nathan, since you are turned around. Okay. Okay, so Nathan, yeah. So Nathan, I have this arc AB right here. What is this angle called? The other one. This one goes to the center, so this is called the central. Thank you, Cheryl. Central angle. Okay, then Nathan, what would you call this one then? That starts with an I. Inscribe.
Oh yeah.
Do you need to know these 2 words?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Another property. Carmen. Hi, Carmen. What do you call this line TA? Starts with a T. Tangent, right? Who should I? Okay, Parsha. Tangent and radius. What property do you know about the tangent radius? They make a 90-degree angle. That's right. So if you know that this is 70, what is angle A? Before that. So just angle A. 35. That's right. Because if your central angle is 70, your inscribed angle right here is 35, half of it. So now we subtract it from 90, we get our answer 55. Okay. Long. Since I hear you, do you want to keep answering questions for me? Okay, so I shouldn't hear you then. It's okay. Number 10, solve the inequality. Even if you don't have your package, you can solve it here. I think so. Okay, but what did you do? How did you get A? Yeah, which is 15, and then yeah. Okay, when do I change the direction of the sign? When I divide or multiply by a negative. Here, I'm just dividing by positive 3, so I don't change the sign. I leave it as this. So answer A. Okay. Number 11. Here's an easy question. Johnson. Okay. Looking at number 11. Which one of these is linear? Right. Okay. Because this one is in y equals mx plus b form. Yes. And that. Okay. Um, for next year, if you guys want to know, this is a line, this is a parabola, this is a hyperbola, and this is also a hyperbola. Yeah. Yeah. On a sideways parabola.
You know where I know what a parabola is? Because one time my brother said my face is built like a parabola.
It means you're symmetrical. Your face is symmetrical.
I don't think that's how we
Okay. Next one, Zachary. I hear your voice. Wow, if you replay this video, you're gonna just keep hearing Zachary, Nathan, Law, Nikon. Okay. And yes, I am uploading this video.
Did you get that? Her brother brought her a parabola from the video.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and find it and watch it. 16 minutes. 16 minutes. It's in that.
Okay, but first up, taxi charges a base fare of $3 and $2 per kilometer. Just this first sentence. Can you tell me the equation? Just this first sentence. Base fare of 3. Okay, what's your equation? Nathan, what did you say? Right, y equals 2x plus 3. You have to know how to write this. We did this type of questions for like 10,000 times. You're gonna be asked that on the exam, on EQAO. You have to know how to build the equation like that. Okay, and then this second part, if the distance is more than 10 kilometer, so this is your if else statement for the coding. So x greater than 10. Right? If you travel more than 10 kilometers, you get a 10% discount. So, Ariana, if you get a 10% discount, that means you are paying 90%. What is 90% as a decimal? 0.9. So that's why it's A, your answer. Okay, when you do discount or sale price or any of that, remember you're multiplying. You're never just subtracting. You're not subtracting. You're not adding. You have to always multiply the percentage. Okay. Oh, Nathan, guess what? You're answering the next one again. You can keep answering question until you turn around. Okay. Number 13. Number 13, simple interest. What is the simple interest formula? I equal. Right. Okay. I equals P times R times T. Nikon, do you remember the compound interest formula? Who remembers the compound interest formula? Kavya.
A equals P times lowercase I plus 1
Okay. To the exponent
of n.
N.
Oh, so close.
Do you need to know these two formulas? Yes. Okay, so make sure you memorize those. Okay, so you're simply substituting those three numbers into the simple interest formula, and you get the 150. So you see how easy it is if you remember the formula. If you don't, well, yeah, you're stuck. Okay. Yes, they will ask. They will ask that. Okay. Let's see. Who am I picking on now? Many. Ah, nice phone there. Okay. In income minus expense. If you get a positive number, is that good or bad? It's good. That means you have saving. What if you get a negative number? Is that good or bad? Bad. What do you call that? When your expense is more than income? You're not broke, but you're in debt. Good. Debt, deficit. Good.
Same thing.
Yes. Okay. So in this case, you have money left. Okay. 15. Down payment. What's down payment again?
Money you put down.
Money you put down at the beginning.
At the beginning.
At the beginning. Right. What's the purpose of a down payment?
To reduce the tax.
Reduce the
Interest.
interest. Good. So
Interest is a type of tax. No, it's
no,
not.
different.
Right?
Okay. 20% of 1200. Change that to a decimal. Of means times. When you multiply it, you get 240. Okay. Ben, you can help me with the next one. Number 16. Okay, so plan A. Can you give me the equation for plan A? Perfect. Y equals 20x plus 50. Is this linear or nonlinear? Linear, right. What about C equals 5 times D squared? Is that linear or nonlinear? Nonlinear? What gave it away? Yeah, the exponent. The square tells you that it is nonlinear. So which one is the correct answer? B. Okay, Zachary, back to you. 17. How many students is in A? Yeah. Okay, what about B? 32. C? 30. And then D? So which classroom seems to be most dense? B, yeah. So crowded, most crowded, basically. Sure. Okay. Number 18, box plot. Okay, you know the question I'm gonna ask. Do you need to know how to draw a box plot? Yes. Okay, when you draw a box plot, just like your last assignment, for a lot of you, I took a mark off because you didn't draw something. What did you not draw? The scale. Okay, if you did not draw the scale, you lost a mark. A lot of you guys drew something like this, and then like 80 was right here. Oh, sorry. Well, in this case, it is. Like you would draw like 100 right beside it. All right. So these are your 5-number summary. So the min, max, Q1, Q2, Q3. What's another name for Q2?
Quartile.
Median. Good. What does Q stand for? Quartile, right? So other than calling this first quartile, do you know what other name it has? There's another name for it too. I'm not trying to trick you guys by giving it all these names, but I've seen on EQAO. Huh? Lower quartile. Excellent. And this would be called?
Higher quartile.
Upper quartile. Good. As long as you get it, okay? Because I've seen EQAO put these crazy words in.
If I put higher quartile, put upper quartile, would I get a mark off?
No, because remember EQAO is drag and drop or like or drop down menu, so you don't have to type anything.
But if it was like on the exam,
It's fine. Even if you just write Q3, it's fine. Nope, you don't have to type anything on EQAO. Yes. So technically EQAO is easier than the final exam. Okay. So if you take a look at this box plot, you'll see that half the students scored between 40 and 65, because remember, this is your median. So this is half your data. This is the other half of your data. Okay. By the way, IQR, just to go over it, since there were some people who made a mistake on the test. Okay, how do you calculate IQR again?
Q1 minus Q3 minus
Q3 minus Q1. What do you do with it? Times it by 1.5. After you get that answer, what do you add and subtract it to?
Q3
Not maxing in. Q1 minus that number.
And then Q3 plus the number.
And Q3 plus that number.
And then the difference between that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what gives you your upper bound and lower bound. Okay, I'm just recalling the last EQAO in semester 1. They also talked about range. What's range? Good. Max. So simply just max minus min. Okay. Okay. So here's another formula for you guys to remember. Okay. Jared, you're gonna answer number 19 for me, because I can see their phone on your lap. Alright, number 19. Number 19, you're given 2 points. You have to find the slope. What is the slope formula? M equal. Do you remember? Okay. Nicholas? Right. So Jared, do you need to memorize this for the exam? Yes. Okay, don't make it your own formula. Make sure you have it. Katya, tell me what to substitute then. Ariana, you're next.
You do 4 minus 4 over 10 minus 2.
Yes. Okay, and then you get 0. So, no, not undefined. 0 divided by 8 is 0. So, Ariana, when you have a slope of 0, what type of line is that?
Wait, it's vertical.
Oh. The other one? Horizontal. That's right.
Wait, no. Wait,
Yes.
wait, I'm thinking. Wait, give it Sure, it'll be horizontal.
Okay.
Undefined is vertical. I didn't
Right. And then undefined is the vertical. If you read the question carefully, it's asking for the perpendicular bisector. Remember the term that we just talked about? So perpendicular bisector means this is your original line. I want the perpendicular one that cuts it in half. So in this case, if the points were between 2 and 4 and 10 and 4, this vertical line has the equation x equals 6.
Ow.
For all vertical line is x equal, or horizontal line is y equal.
Why is equal 6
Between 2 and 10. So the middle between 2 and 10.
Oh.
Average. How do you calculate the mean of 2 and 10?
Add it and divide it.
Right. 2 plus 10, 12. 12 divided by 2, 6. Okay. Number 20. You have a class set, soccer. People play soccer. People play basketball. What do you think you should draw? Basketball. Venn diagram.
2 basketballs.
Alright, so when you draw the Venn diagram, remember the trick is to do them backwards. So 10 goes in the middle, 15 play basketball or both. So then that means 5 of them only play basketball, and then 8 of them play only soccer. So when you subtract it from the 40, you get the 17. Alright. This one I made a mistake in the question. It should only say 6. Okay, it's basically saying this is set A. You don't have to draw the Venn diagram, So what is not in set A? So if you take a look at these ones, which one is not in it? Number 6. So C. Okay, and then lastly, number 22, composite figure. I have to calculate the area. So I broke this in half. Pythagorean theorem. I know that this is 3, so this is 5. Length times width divided by 2. Add them together, I get the answer. Okay, so out of these 22 questions, remember, if you got more than 16 correct, it means you passed. So next week we are going to practice with the exam. Your homework, just do page 1. Page 1.
I did that. I did half a page. I'm not ready for my mission. I don't get like. I can't go without one. You go. Sorry. Like double pull. Okay, I give you the. I give you let's play five double pull. Oh. Can I get water? Can I get water later after? Yeah. Hi.
Are able to complete like one step for the exam. That's it.
Well, this is one of them, one set. But we'll do, once we've done this, I might give you guys more practice questions. I'm gonna see what type of questions you guys are struggling with, what you need more practice on, and then I'll give you more practice.
Very much.
Well, you have to win to catch up then. Less soccer, more studying. It's the last 1.5 weeks. Oh, okay.
And I'm taking this course with Chad so far.
Okay. What happened to yours?
It's the same.
Oh. Oh, I forgot to end the recording.